Yeah, boy. You know what time it is. It's a TLV Sports Talk Show. In your home or on your phone, don't get it twisted. You're right here with your main man, Randy B. And tonight we got no stranger. Old school basketball, we're going to be chopping it up. Bill Borden, straight out of RANCOCAS Valley High School. Back in the day, 1971, he's the left-handed bandit with the fadeaway. Look, he had a fadeaway jump shot before, hey, James Harden wasn't even born, and Bill was knocking it down like that. So, hey, stay tuned with us. Keep us locked in. This is the TLV Sports Talk Show, and you on the other side of that screen. We talk sports, we talk life, we make you visible. Put it in the book. Yeah, boy. What's up, Bill Borden? What's going
You
on,
got it,
man?
Randy B. You got it, Randy B. My
Oh, my
brother, how
man,
you doing?
Bill. Hey, listen. It's been what? When the last time I saw you, man? How many years has it been?
Oh wow, man. I say a good what 30, 40 some years?
Yeah, about 35, 40 years. We'll see. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's been a
It's been a
minute.
while.
It's been a
It's been a
long
while.
time. But
Yep.
tell those everybody on the other side of the screen there a little bit about your days that you play ball at RV Rancocas Valley in Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Right.
You had some tough competition back in those days. I remember the game that Sylvester Kai and the Hearns brothers, Jimmy Hearns and them and I can't remember the other brother came down from Ewing, New Jersey, and y'all
Right.
played them, and that was a heck of a game, man. Y'all was balling out.
Exactly.
What was it
Exactly.
like? What was it like in those days playing high school ball?
I mean, we didn't really have a big team, man. In other words, at the time I'm 5'10". Um, Cooney, I don't know Jeff Cooney or Ron Cooney,
Ron
because
Cooney,
I
yeah,
know it was the right with Ron. I think he was the biggest guy, like maybe 6'3" at the time.
right,
Then John Sparks was 5'10". We
yeah,
had Gary Mosley. Gary Mosley was a guard. He was like
yeah.
maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Left-handed
Michael Smith.
guy, yeah,
Yeah. Tommy Hutton back in the day. So we were small. We ain't really had no big dudes. You
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Tell
But I
us about
mean,
tell us about this picture here. This is you, number 21, and
right?
is that an away game or a home game? Because
Yeah,
you got
yeah, exactly. He was away against Triton, I believe.
against Triton, right,
Right,
and
right. If you look
look
at the
like you
uniform, it's Triton.
look like you're getting ready to pass the ball too.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna give it up, and uh, here's another one right here. You boxing out.
Boxing out. There you go.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get a little bit bigger here. There you go. That's a
Right,
home game. That's a home game though, right?
right. You know what? Let me correct myself. This picture here is the one from Triton.
Right.
Now, I don't remember the other team because I
Right.
couldn't see their uniforms. But I
Right.
know RV didn't have no names on their uniforms at the time. But I do remember Triton. Then you had Burlington Township, Bordentown, Cinnamon, and Pelmar, Willingboro, Burlington. So you
Hey,
know,
okay. Well, talk to us about the Burlington City game, because that was your arch rivals back in those days, man. Burlington City playing against RV. Oh man,
exact.
that
A matter
was
of fact,
packed
yeah,
house.
I believe we had beat them in. I think they went undefeated one year. I can't remember what year it was, man. But we had knocked them off. And this is the first time that RV probably knocked off Burlington City. And
Yeah,
Burlington City, I think at the time they might have that dude Eddie Leftwich
they had Eddie Leftwich. He's 6'5", point guard. Actually, he went
is
down
that
He went to North Carolina State, and he played
okay?
with uh, Charlie. I can't think of Charlie's last name. Don't It'll come to me in a minute. But
Okay,
Charlie wound up playing in the NBA, and
right, right.
then he Eddie actually moved to San Francisco. He tried out for the
Oh,
Nets.
okay,
He went hardship, and he tried out for the Nets, and for whatever reason, I don't know why he
right.
didn't make it good. He was tough though. He was
Yeah,
real tough. Yeah,
yeah,
for back
yeah, yeah.
he had a spin cycle move,
Right,
and he could see the court.
right.
Yeah, he had a left hand, right hand, but we would time his spin move. He would try to, he had a certain rhythm to his spin. So I never put
Okay.
anybody big on him. I put somebody little on him, smaller than him. And then when he tried to spin to the paint, then that's when we
Mm-hmm.
rotate over. And me. We play some defense, back.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
we
Exactly.
try to shut him down. But but you were ahead of your time as far as fadeaway jump shot. You had a
Right.
fadeaway jump shot. You had a spin move, and you played defense. I mean, you really locked down.
But
And
you know what? But it all came from I say like you guys remember like George Spears,
yeah,
you, uh, Harold Anderson.
right.
Just going up there. Balling up there at Holbein School,
And the
and that's
take going all over. I remember
exactly,
I used to
exactly,
take you around, right? Back
yeah,
in the day.
exactly. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
I mean, we would go to Fort Dix,
yeah, exactly. McGuire, Fort Dix,
Palo,
Willingboro. We hung
yeah,
in Willingboro,
Burlington
but we
City.
been yeah, yeah, we've been around. And I remember one year you was talking about going up New York. You wanted to
Yeah,
roll up in New York,
of
but it
course. Why
ain't
not?
never paying out.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it wasn't too hard on you, was I?
well, hey,
Tell it like it is,
it,
man.
it is what it is, man.
Did I make you play
Like I said, yeah, exactly, exactly.
hard?
You stayed in my behind. Believe me. You know what I'm saying?
We came out the win, didn't we, Bill?
Exactly,
Well, you
exactly.
you remember this guy who played with us? We would take him along. See if you remember this guy.
Oh, Big Franco.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. How could I forget Frank? Yeah, he was the man.
Franco.
Yep,
But
yep.
here we are right here. See,
Uh-huh.
I'm talking to Franco. Look how he's standing. Look how his arms are down by his. And
I think
you know what I'm telling Franco? The
was
same
that
the same thing I told him back in the day.
was that.
Don't get it twisted. I'm the point guard out here. You fall back and play some defense.
But you see, like you say, he got his hands down to the side.
Yeah. Hey, here's a Hall of Famer, a Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Famer, and I'm reminding him, yo, you forget that, right? I'm the point guard out here. I run the show. You play some defense.
uh,
We play defense together. But Franco
yep,
used to go with us. He used to go all over with us. I mean,
right, right.
Burlington City, and we would always play because I learned from Howie Lander. We played. It was unusual for a team. We had a travel team. We call it travel. We didn't have no AAUs in those days, but
Okay,
we would go zone, and then we
right,
go man
right.
to man because it was
Hmm.
Harold Anderson, Franco
Right,
Harris. He
right.
was out big. Franco was the big. He was 6'3",
Exactly.
235.
6'3". Right, right,
And I think we had Chucky Brown went to
right.
Colorado,
Sure.
and
Exactly.
and Mike Swift was the youngster. Mike
Right.
Swift was with us. Who
And,
else did we
and,
have?
what- and what about Big Johnny Pinkett?
Johnny Pinkett would come once in a while. Johnny didn't
Once
play
in a
with us
while.
once in a while. He would play with us up at Holbein. But as far
Right.
as when we travel, it was you, Harold Anderson, Chucky Brown,
Mhm,
Franco,
mhm.
and
Right.
myself. And
Right.
we
Okay.
all pile in the car and we shoot over to Burlington City. And then once in a while, Mike Swift would come with us because
Right.
Mike Swift is not from Mount Holly. He's really from North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that or not. He's from North Carolina,
Mhm.
but he could
Yeah.
go.
I thought he was always from Mount Holly though.
No, no, he came up from North Carolina because I used to talk junk. I said, "I'm gonna send you back down south, boy. You, you know, I'm gonna send you back down south. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
We talk junk. I mean, and we backed it up too. You know, but we played defense back in the day. It's not like today, right, Bill? They don't want to play no
Exactly.
defense.
They don't
You know,
want to play the D. They don't
nah,
want to play the D. Yep.
nah. And we played hard too, didn't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell us who was the hardest, your hardest person that you had to guard back in the day.
It was this one kid from oh geez. I want to say Pelmar or no, maybe Sentimental. Last name Grimes. I think Greg Grimes or something
Oh,
like that.
Grimes.
Right, right. He
You
was
know,
pretty tough
yeah,
because
Grimes.
he ended up hitting 28 on me, and I had to guard him. But you know
What?
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 I came back on him with the same amount of points,
Right.
and
So
it,
so y'all had equal. Y'all just matched each other out.
exact,
He had
exact,
zero, you had zero. So it was no
exactly
big thing there. But Grimes was tough. He was gritty. You know,
right.
and
And then they used to play a boxing one on me back in the day.
oh yeah,
You know
because
what I'm saying? A
you could
boxing
fill it.
one
You could fill it up.
is well, I hung in there. Yeah, I
Oh
did what
man,
I could do. Man.
don't be so modest, man.
You
You could
know,
shoot, man.
I did what I could do. So,
Yeah.
and like
No,
I
you
say, I just wish we would have had a lot of bigger players on our team. But when you got, I mean, it probably don't make no difference because you could still fill it up if you got a small team.
right,
Yeah, I mean, but still, what would have came in handy when you got some big dudes out there? You know what I'm saying? Some big
right,
ballers. You
right,
know,
right.
six
Yeah.
three, 6'4". Because you come over here in PA, you see guys 13 years old, 6'6", walking around here now,
Well, let's
six
talk.
six, 6'7".
Let's talk about like back in the day after you moved from Mount Holly, you went to Norristown, and
Norristown, right?
we would bring a crew up from Jersey, and
Exactly.
we played at the YMCA, right?
Right. Correct.
And then
Correct.
we would go against Henry Williams.
Henry Williams. Exactly. Yep.
You remember Henry?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Yep.
nice. Yeah,
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
he wound.
Yeah. He was bad. He was bad over here in Norristown. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he was the man. Yep.
didn't he wind up playing with the Denver Nuggets?
I believe so.
I think
I
so. I'm
mean,
not.
because when I moved out of Norristown, yeah, when I moved out of Norristown, I never did follow up on him anymore. But
Right.
I know he had another brother that could ball too. But back in the day, but Henry was always the man, though.
Oh, Henry's
Henry,
tough, man. Henry could
yeah,
ball. But
yeah, he was the
I
man.
remember you brought that crew down to Cars Lake Community Center in Bordentown, and
Hmm.
Henry went up against Eddie Leftwich. All right,
Right, right,
and
right,
Henry was very evasive because
right.
he knew how to, like, when you took your eyes off of him and you would ball hawk and you look for the ball, man, he'd be gone.
Yep,
He was like
he was
what? Henry was
gone.
about 6'5", right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yep,
Yeah, but
nice size.
he had quick feet though. He was nice. He was real
Yep,
nice. So he gave Eddie Leftwich a little bit of a fit because he was on the same level, if not a little bit more of a level than Eddie Leftwich. And folks,
right.
those of you that don't know, Eddie Leftwich was all state um, at Burlington City back in the day, and he went to North Carolina State and he balled out down there, and he left school too
Hmm.
soon. He went 1 year and then he tried to claim that in those days they call hardship, and he went out for the
Okay,
Nets and he didn't make it. But in those days they didn't have ballers going overseas, playing overseas and all that. It wasn't like they
right,
had the Eastern League, they had the Eastern
right.
Basketball. But Eddie was one of the toughest ever to come out of Burlington County. Um,
But let me ask you this, Randy. Do you remember Pete Coley
oh
from
yeah,
Burlington?
we
Yeah,
call him
yeah,
Doc.
yeah,
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 exactly.
big
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
I
Pete
played.
Coley was a bad dude too.
I played with Pete, Geet, and all of them. Eddie, uh, sucks. We call him Geet. Oh, Dennis, um,
Okay.
and who else was on that team? They were champions. They when I went into the army, they won state
Hmm.
champions with that team.
Right, right,
And,
right.
and Pete went on to play football at Morgan.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
Pete, but Pete and I used to have some battles, man, because
Right, right.
no, I'm talking about blood battles. We would go hard at each
Go
other.
at it, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Y'all knocking his.
Oh, definitely. It was like that. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's a matter of bragging rights and pride. But
Yeah.
I played with the brothers. They, you know, that was the name of the team over there in Burlington City in the leagues that we played in.
Mm.
And I played,
Okay.
and we used to go to, because you know, I played all over Burlington City, Mount Holly, Palmyra,
Mm.
you know. And so when I played with the Burlington City Cats, we would go to Bristol, PA, and
Okay.
we would play over there in Bristol Gardens. Now you had to be
Right
tough
over the bridge.
over the bridge. You had to be tough to play
Mm.
over there, man. You couldn't be
Yeah, I
soft.
can imagine. Yep,
Yeah,
I can
yeah. But
imagine.
those were some good days. And let's see. So we got somebody here, Jimmy Jones. Hey, your uncle. Hey, look who's on there. Jimmy Jones. Hey, Uncle Bill.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, I didn't know Jimmy Jones was your uncle. How about that, Uncle Bill? How about
Man,
that, man? That's
man,
all
I got
right.
relatives probably I don't even remember. But
Yeah,
geez,
he's calling you Uncle Bill. He remembers you.
right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah. That's really smooth, man. But Ron Cooney, he wound up playing at Atlantic City Community
Okay.
College. He played Atlantic City Community College, and
Because I always did want to find out whatever happened to him, because like I said, when I got out of school and moved to Norristown, like guys like John Sparks, Cooney, I never did get any follow up on them, what they were doing then or
right,
whatever.
right, yeah. I don't know what happened to Ron Cooney. I know his was Jeff his cousin or his brother. You know,
Who,
Jeff.
Jeff Cooney?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
that was
think he ended up being the coach at RANCOCAS, right? Is that Jeff?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff,
exactly.
remember Jeff used to come up and watch us. He used to
Right, right.
he used to sit on his basketball and a little snot be coming
Yep.
out his nose. I said, man, don't sit on no basketball. I kicked the ball out from underneath him. I said, wipe the snot off your nose, boy. He would sit there and watch us and watch us. He had to be about
Yep.
10 years old, man. He was a little
Right,
dude.
right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I remember.
you know what I mean? Get
Yep.
all out of here. But Jeff learned a lot from us, man, because you know we played hard. Uh,
Exactly. Yep.
every Saturday, man, when we was up outside Holbein, we
But
played
but
hard.
see, that's what surprised me with Jeff. Then for him to be so young, and then he was the head coach of RV, and he getting them championships in at RV.
Oh,
I said,
look,
get out of here.
Jeff Cooney, we called him the rubber band man. All right, because he never took a lot of outside 3-point shots, but he knew what,
uh,
you know. He used mid range, but he was real IQ smart, and he played defense. You know why?
right, right.
You know why he played defense, don't you?
Go
'Cause
ahead. I'm listening.
he watched us play defense.
Exactly.
You
Okay,
know,
that's what I want to say.
he didn't grow up on cornflakes and sugar pops and sugar snacks. He grew up on defense, watching us over the Holbein
hey,
School. You know
hey,
what I mean?
Randy, what you call hard knocks, huh?
Hard
Hard
knocks,
knocks.
hard knocks, hard knocks.
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah, yeah,
Man.
yeah. Those were some
Hey,
good days, man. And
it sure was, man. I'm
it's
telling you, and I miss him. I
yeah.
miss him.
What do you remember most? We got a couple more minutes here. What do you remember the most as far as playing street basketball with us back in the day?
Oh. Do you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know who was the guy that you bought. We was playing summer ball, okay, up there at Holbein School, and you bought this one guy. I don't know if he's from New York or wherever, and I call myself one to guard him. He turned around and took the ball and took it around my back, and I was shocked. And boy, you got a kick out of it. I mean, you was on his team, but
Right.
I just couldn't understand because you never told me to this day, if the guy from New York or what. But I mean, he shocked me. I mean, he just ran that ball right around me, and I said, man, I said, this is somebody Randy must know from New York or something. I said, man.
I don't know if it was Larry Woodcock or not, but
Uh,
um, I can't remember exactly who it was, but I remember us playing real hard, and not too many people got over on you up at Holbein
right,
anywhere
right,
as far as that, because I remember Troy Dowdy. He came up after us, right? Remember
right.
Troy?
Okay. Troy, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Troy was tough, man. Troy Dowdy. I remember him giving Darryl Gladden fits, on defense
Okay.
because he's always talking. Where you at? Where you going? What you doing? Give me the ball. He's talking, he's
Right,
talking, but he's backing it up.
right,
Because
right.
as a matter of fact, he's left-handed too, like you. You
Oh, okay.
had a lot
Okay.
of good left-handers come out there. Gary Mosley was left-handed.
Right,
They had some good
right.
left-handed ball players coming out there. Who was your coach? Stu Murray.
No, 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 no. Stu Murray, this is what happened. Stu Murray, um, when Franco and them was there, Murray had quit. Then this Kennedy, this Kennedy dude took over.
Right.
Okay. And he was building a camp up in the Poconos. All right.
Okay.
So back in the day, Arthur, you remember Art Perriman?
Oh yeah, Nick
Art,
Perriman's brother. Yeah,
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 yeah, Nick's brother.
yeah.
Art, myself, and John Murray went up there to the camp to clean it all out. So exactly. I mean, the dude was paying us and stuff, but when he got on his feet, he turned around and decided he wasn't going to deal with RV. And
Oh really?
then the coach was Adams and Cernsack. Coach Adams was the varsity coach. Cernsack was the JV coach.
I remember Sermsack, but I don't remember Adams. And
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Adams was the head coach. Yep.
right.
Because I know you asked me about that a while back ago, but I couldn't think who was the coach. But it was Adams. He was the head coach, and Cernsack was the JV coach.
So when Franco Harris played, Stu Murray was the coach, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. A
And
lot of
after
people.
Frank and after Franco and them left, then Murray, I guess he bailed out. And then like I said,
Right.
this Kennedy guy came over because Kennedy, he was from North Jersey, from what I remember. And I think like St. Pat's or one of them schools up north. So
So
you know, he
tell everybody from what you remember from this guy here playing basketball. Was he a good athlete?
oh yeah, yep. I'm
Six
telling you,
three.
baseball, football, basketball. I'm telling you.
He could
I
do it
mean,
all,
back
right?
exactly. And they had it. They had a team back then. I'm telling you, Franco and them.
Right.
Yep, they had a team.
A lot of people don't know that Franco Harris played high school basketball,
Right?
and
Yeah,
and he
he was
played
he was good.
and Franco Harris played baseball too.
Baseball too. Right, right.
Right, right. He could have
All around athletic dude, man.
all around. He at 6'3", 235.
Uh,
He was just as faster than a lot of us.
right.
He he was real fast for his size. But
Because I used to go out there in the summertime and watch him play baseball. You know,
yeah,
and he
that's
could hit a ball. He could hit a ball. I'm
oh
telling
Franco.
you.
Franco, listen, Franco could knock a bird out of flight, man.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, Franco
Uh,
could knock a bird out of flight, man. Yeah,
Yep.
I I told you I sent your regards to him. He texted me over the Christmas holiday, and so he's doing all right. He's doing well.
Okay.
He's just
Okay.
golfing. He's golfing these days. He's not. He's just chilling. So
Okay.
he's doing real well. It's good to hear from him. But
Right. Right.
we knew he was going to be special, but we didn't know he was going to be a Hall of
That
Famer.
that that good. Exactly.
A
Yep.
Hall of Fame football. This
Mhm.
guy right here, Franco Harris
Yep.
from RV. I tell you,
Harvest.
it was an honor just to play with him.
Right.
Uh, Even then,
And
you
and
know,
and, and, and ran, and then it ran, and it ran in his family because his sister Marisa, they were good in athletics. Uh,
Pete,
uh, um, Mario, Pete,
Yes.
Giuseppe. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It all ran
I
in the
mean,
family. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were gifted. That family is gifted, man. I'm telling you.
What was your best game at RV? We got about 3 more minutes. Talk to us about your best game that you remember at Rancocas Valley uh, High School over there in Mount Holly.
I would say beating Burlington that one year where they was undefeated.
Beating Burlington that one year.
Exactly. And they were undefeated that year. So we gave them their first loss.
I think I was at that game, but it's Phil. We got Phil Reverend now. Hey, Phil, what's going on, Phil?
Mhm.
Phil is he's a brother from Trenton, New Jersey, and you know he's on the Brian Caver, the basketball journey broadcast, and
Okay.
he's on that clip. And basketball saved his life, and guys like Brian Caver, uh,
Right, right.
Greg Grant, and
Right.
Puppy Dog. We call him Puppy Dog. Daryl Young. You know,
Okay.
they took him under their wings, man, like I did with y'all.
Yeah,
They took
exactly.
you all around. You know what I mean? And he ran the man. I appreciate that, man. He he's doing real well, and he went out for the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing real well. He's a good brother. That's my son on the video. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. That's my
Mm,
son on the video. I got you. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry about that.
mm.
Well, your son doing a good work, man, and because there's always the next generation. So just as Bill and I used to take Bill around, not that I'm that much older than Bill, but I'm 74 now. And Bill is in his 60s now. So I always did take guys around with me. We go to Fort Dix, all over
McGuire,
McGuire,
Willingboro, Burlington.
all over, just to keep him out of trouble because there was
Yep.
always a lot of trouble even back in those days. So
And
Brian
I
Cage,
do consider you as my big brother too. And
yes
you
sir.
always will be. I'm
Sir, I
telling you.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, but it's the next generation. So what we do, it will impact the next generation. You
Right,
know,
right,
and
right.
maybe not they don't see it when they're younger, but when they
Uh-huh.
get to be an OG, not a double OG or a triple OG, but when
Right,
they
right.
become an OG, they'll take the younger youth under their wing, and that's what
Under
it's
their wings. Yep.
exactly. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because it's much needed. Mentorship in the community has always been needed, even
right,
from the 50s and the 60s. So
right.
it's just that it's more prevalent now that we need more and more mentorship in our communities.
Yep,
So
exactly. Yep.
yeah. So
Because when I first moved up here to Norristown, I got, started coaching some of the young boys up here.
right.
But it kind of got out of hand. They didn't want to listen, and it's not that I'm trying to give up on them, but it comes a time, man, where you just gotta just say, well, I ain't gonna put up with it. I mean, you gotta do what's right for the kids nowadays, but the way society is with some of these kids and the cussing and the, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just can't give up on them, I guess.
Well, Phil says caring for the young men has become a lost art. Thank you
Mhm.
for your heart, good brother. And so we'll say good brothers because you did what you did up there in
Right.
PA because what we did. Hey, I remember the time that I said I come to all of y'all. I said, give me $1, and I got $1 from everybody, and
Exactly. Yep.
went to the ice house and got some ice. In those days, they had an
Yep.
ice house, and I said, okay, everybody be up at a Holbein to play some softball. We played
Right.
softball, and I would get
Yep.
some sodas and stuff and put it in a trash can with some ice. It was clean, but
Yep.
make something happen because we didn't have no recreation. They didn't have summertime recreation like they do now, and AAU and these different camps. We didn't go to
Right.
camps. We didn't go to
We
camps.
didn't. I was gonna say we ain't never hit no camps.
We never went to camp to play,
Nope.
to play pick and roll or fall back in D or
Right.
switch off on defense or or talk on defense or just roll. Just know, hey, Bill got the hot hand. Keep feeding him.
Mhm.
Keep feeding
Yep.
him. Bill got the hot hand. You know, today, man, you hit one jump shot, they go away from you. Like they don't want you to shine. You know what I'm saying? We didn't
Exactly.
play like that. We played team ball. We was about winning.
Move
And
the
so
ball. Many times you used to stay on me. Move the ball. Move the ball.
move the
You
ball.
know, pick and roll. Pick and roll. You
Yep.
know, box out. I mean, you tell these
Yep.
kids nowadays, man. I'm telling you, don't
They
tell me what to do. That but
Yeah,
like
but
I say, but go ahead, man.
there's still hope for them. I mean, because there's
Right,
some
right.
kids.
I mean, no, I ain't say give up on them, but my little coaching experience is done with. You know, and like I say, I sit back and watch them play and support them and stuff like that. But be a mentor and you know,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I got two sons myself, and like I say, I want them to listen to me, and it's not that I'm going to steer them wrong, but still, if you got a coach, listen to your coach. Don't give them no flat. Don't
Exactly.
give them no problem. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, listen, Bill, it was really good seeing you, man. This everybody
right?
that's been watching. This is the TLV Sports Talk Show where we talk sports, we talk life, we make you visible. And here with us tonight on the other side of the screen is Bill Borden, straight out of RANCOCAS Valley High School in Mount Holly, New Jersey. And he won't say, but he was a basketball. He was a great player at RV. And he's not gonna say it because he's so humble and modest, but he was nice. He could play. And anybody knows me, I don't co-sign everybody. Do I? Did I? I don't co-sign everybody, man. If you can't play, you can't play. Simple as that. You know what I
Right,
mean? But if
right,
you can
right.
play, I give it to you. You can play because if you can play as hard as I can play, you know what I mean. And tell him, Bill, did I play hard?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And
Hey, so
whoever played with you, gonna play hard. You can
that's
believe
right.
that.
See, that's right. Either
Because
you play hard.
Randy B will stay in your pockets. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Either you play hard or you don't play with us, man. That's the
You
way it
got that
is.
right. You got
Yeah.
that right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
listen, Bill. It was really an honor, man. I haven't seen you in years. Good to see you. Good to chop it up with you. This is Bill
Right.
Borden. Bill Borden, he was the left-handed bandit. Let me tell you, folks, he had the fadeaway jump shot before James Harden was born. A fadeaway, you couldn't block it. You couldn't block it. I don't care. He was leaning back. He would lean all the way back. I like it. Sometimes I say, that boy gonna fall on his back. He go back so far. He knocked that thing down though, man. Yeah, Bill Borden, my main man. In the meantime, in between time, you on the other side of the screen. Hey, Bill, thanks so much for
Okay.
coming on the air
Okay, man.
and tell your
Okay.
family and friends. And you'll be able to get this video, this broadcast. You'll be able to get it as soon as we send it over to you, so you can pass it on.
Okay, then. And happy holiday to you and your family. Okay.
Hey, you have a great 2021, man. Stay
Yep.
healthy.
Yep.
All
Same
right.
here.
In the
And we will
meantime,
keep in touch.
yes, for sure. In the
Okay.
meantime, in between time, everybody knows the deal. This has been the TLV Sports Talk Show. We talk sports, we talk life, taking life's vision, and everybody knows the deal. We off like a dirty shirt. Put it in the book.